What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the new Steven Spielberg movie, Disclosure Day. So in this movie, a cybersecurity expert becomes a whistleblower after uncovering secrets about aliens, putting him on the run from a corporation. Meanwhile, a meteorologist experiencing strange phenomenon joins forces with him to prove that there's life beyond our understanding. So I thought this was a pretty good movie. I'm a huge Steven Spielberg fan. In fact, I would say he's my favorite director of all time and everything. He's made so many masterpieces and everything. And I will say this is definitely not one of his absolute best and everything, but it's not one of his worst either. It's kind of somewhere in the lower half of the middle of his ranking for me. But I really enjoyed this movie. I thought the story was engaging throughout, and Emily Blunt is just absolutely amazing here. She gives a really, really great performance and everything. I've heard a lot of people say this is her absolute best performance. I would definitely disagree. I would still say A Quiet Place is better than this as far as her acting goes and everything. Josh O'Connor is great in here too. I don't think I've ever seen him in anything, but I liked him. And I really loved Colin Firth as the villain, because he's not like your typical villain and stuff. Like the reason he doesn't want the alien info getting out is because he doesn't think the world can handle it and stuff. Like he has understandable motivation for not wanting the info to get out without being like a really big jerk and everything. Like he's a good character, and I think he's inspired by an FBI agent that talked to Spielberg back when he was doing Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I saw him do an interview saying that when he did that movie, they didn't want him. He got calls from a government agent saying not to make the movie because it would cause mass hysteria and everything in it. I think that he added that into this movie and everything. I love that. There's some really awesome action sequences in here, especially the one with the train. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about and everything. Really, really awesome Spielberg action scene and everything. And there's a lot of other fun ones too, where they're trying to escape the government and everything. It feels like classic Spielbergish and everything. I love that. Yeah, I love the mystery as well and everything. Like, it has a really good mystery to it of like what's going on here and stuff. The CGI animals look pretty good, although I will say they could have looked better. Like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park look better than that. But that's just something that it's hard to make CGI animals look really, really, really good nowadays. I mean, it always kind of has been. Jumanji, a lot of other ones and stuff. Like you got movies like The Jungle Book and The Lion King remake that look too realistic, and then you got ones like this that just don't look realistic at all and everything. Like especially like the fox and stuff. But I did like most of the other visuals in this movie though. John Williams' score is pretty good. Not his absolute best, but far from being terrible, and way better than the crap he gave us for Indiana Jones and the Dial of Diarrhea, or whatever you want to call that piece of shit. But I do like his score in here. I love the alien designs in here too, and in some ways I actually feel like they're some of the best in his movies. I kind of like the way the aliens look in this movie more than I did in Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and I don't know if I could say I like him more than E.T., because E.T.'s just a classic character, although he is an older character and stuff. I still feel like he looked really great too, and everything. So I don't know if I could say that, but I really do like the designs on the aliens in this movie. I think they blended practical and CGI really well and stuff. The cinematography by Hansu Kaminsky is excellent. He always works with Spielberg and stuff. He's been working with him for years, and his cinematography is always really great. Spielberg's directing is pretty great too, and everything. Like what do you expect? I mean, Spielberg is the GOAT and everything. His directing is never bad, and I love the feel of the movie too. Like, it really gives off classic Steven Spielberg vibes. It has that mystery and everything, you wondering what's going to happen and stuff, but it also has a sense of wonder and stuff too that Spielberg just is really good at bringing. I will also note that it does kind of feel like Spielberg is a little bit out of touch with reality on some things though, because the main plot of the movie is them trying to get all this information out to the news so that they can give it to the world and everything. Like that is definitely old people thinking, because like only old people watch the news and stuff. Like, call me a jerk for saying that, but it's the truth. People nowadays don't really watch the news. They get their information off of stuff online, TikTok, Facebook, stuff like that. They don't really watch the news anymore. So I do think he is a little bit out of touch on that part and everything, but it also doesn't really bother me. I mean, he's almost 80 years old. What do you expect? And everything. But I think that he did recapture some of his Spielberg magic and stuff too. And I will say, I did want a little bit more out of the ending as far as negatives go. I will say that the ending could have been a little bit better and stuff. I kind of felt like the movie ended where it should have, where I wish it could have, like, the ending would have been like halfway through the movie and we would have gotten more with some of the alien stuff and everything. I felt like they could have done a little bit better with that, but that's really my main negative. And also, like, it does have a little bit of a slow pace. Like, the first 20 to 30 minutes of it are kind of slow and everything. It's not really boring, but it's not as engaging as the rest of the movie and everything. But all in all, I really like Disclosure Day. I think it's a good time. It's not a masterpiece on the level of Spielberg's other movies. It's definitely not as good as E.T. or Close Encounters of the Third Kind, but it's still a really, really solid movie and everything. I enjoyed it quite a bit and everything, and I look forward to rewatching it. It's also just been heavily overshadowed by Toy Story 5 this year for me and everything. Like, I can't. I've been thinking about Toy Story 5 so much that it's hard for me to enjoy anything else right now and everything. I'm going through a big Toy Story phase, and I got Toy Story fever, as I like to say. But I do love Disclosure Day. I think it is a really good movie and everything, so I'd give it an 8 out of 10. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Disclosure Day, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody. I just want to say thank you for watching this video and everything. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like and subscribe and share this video with your friends and get more people going, help the channel grow. I really appreciate it, and thank you all, and have a good day.